Welcome. Hey guys, on today's.
Oh, hell no. Okay.
Could you imagine?
Fuck that.
Hey guys, welcome to Slightly Filtered.
I was trying to set my drink down and it was about to spill, so I was like,
Hey guys,
welcome back.
welcome on this fine Wednesday.
It is it's
Yeah,
honestly, the weather outside was kind of great. I really loved it. It is a really great Wednesday.
except for the wind's supposed to blow 80 miles an hour.
Did you hear that Friday we're supposed to have like hurricane winds?
Yeah.
And I have a doctor's appointment in Roswell Friday, and they said the roads might shut down again.
You can go the back way.
So if I
be
get
careful.
blown away, you know where I'm at.
Just stay there and have the baby. And please just do yourself a favor.
Did my brother-in-law say it was Friday that was
Yes.
full moon?
Yeah,
Dude,
there's
what
a
if
full moon on
what
Friday.
if you go and they're like, okay, let's check you. All right, you know what? You're just gonna go ahead and
Ma'am,
stay.
you're actually at 8. Hold
Yeah.
on. What?
You need to.
What do you mean?
No, from now on, you have to take your stroller or your car seat and
Yeah.
your bag every time.
Every time.
Yeah, I got it packed last night, so we're good to go.
So proud of you.
Everything's
Right?
ready?
We did the last little laundry today. Everything's done.
She's coming.
Yeah. I have my last ultrasound today. And I swear to God, if she's like 9 pounds, I'm gonna be like, hey girl, I'm on my way up there because you're pulling her out today. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. But anyways, on today's episode, we are doing, it's kind of a mixture. We're talking about things we said we wouldn't do as parents, but we ended up doing. Obviously, I'm just gonna be saying things that I'm not doing as a mom, but I probably will do as a mom. And then also, we listen and we don't judge Mom Edition.
And we had some people write in some really funny things. I think
They're
we can
really funny.
relate to them though.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I definitely learned some things from Alyssa. I'm like, oh, yeah, that's a good one. I'll give you that. Okay. Who wants to... We'll start with things we won't do. Or I'm
Or like
not.
we wouldn't do. Like
Or
before
we
our
said we
kids.
wouldn't do.
Mine was like the tablet thing. I was like, we will not have tablets. We are not doing them. Like, play outside. You can watch TV in your room. I don't care. No to the tablets. And I did pretty good with that until, let's see, my son's almost 4. My daughter just turned 2.
My heater turned on.
Oh, I was like, me too. And they got them for Christmas. But 1, because we live so far out of town, and 2, we travel all the time. We are always in the car. So we got tablets for them, but they're like restricted. So like they only have them in the cars. Like you will not have them in the restaurant. You will not take them. You will not have them all day. Absolutely
Yeah.
not. If I take them to work with me, I'll bring them out and let them watch a movie.
Yeah.
But that's about it. That's because I do not want them like addicted to it, where like you can't go anywhere without it. And like when we're at a restaurant and they want my phone, absolutely not. You will not have it. Because you should be able to sit, have a conversation, and eat, or to be able to talk without a tablet.
Yeah.
See, I'm like the sticky iPad kid. So like I have to watch my show or like watch anything while I eat. I can't sit there like even in a restaurant.
different
It's
generations,
bad.
aren't
Yeah, it's very bad. Like literally anytime I'm eating anywhere, it doesn't matter if we're in a nice restaurant, it doesn't matter if we're at my house, the salon, anything. My phone is set up in front of me and I'm watching either Grey's Anatomy or I'm watching YouTube, someone else eating, because I can't do it.
You're
It's so
insane.
hard for me. So I don't think I don't know. I don't want her to watch the iPad like all the time. I don't even really want her having an iPad because the amount of stuff that they can do on there freaks me out.
Yeah.
That's what I'm scared of.
We did the Amazon, I think like the Fire tablets, and so like we have parental control.
Yeah.
So like I can download things for them, but if they want to download something, I either have to like scan the code or like unlock it or whatever.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
pretty nice.
Yeah, but like definitely whenever she gets a little older, like you said at the salon, like whenever I'm working, stuff like that, that's fine. Because obviously she can't like go outside and play. Mm-hmm. But if she has the option of going outside and playing, I'd rather her do that.
Yeah.
So the first thing on my list is I will not be sharing my food. I hate sharing my food. And tell me why. I seen a video last night. It was honestly super cute. This dad was with his little boy, and they were like doing like a mukbang or however you say it of this chicken place. And I'm like just mad the whole time because so he gets like a whole bucket of chicken and this like spaghetti. It was a weird chicken place. He gets like the spaghetti thingy, this like mashed potatoes, everything. He makes the little boy a plate. He makes him a plate. The little boy's just grabbing on the dad's spaghetti. I'm like, oh, I would have right-handed my freaking kid so fast. Like, he's spilling the gravy everywhere, and like it just grosses me out because he's literally eating the spaghetti and like it's coming out of his mouth, and the dad's like eating the dad like eating his food because he ate all his, but that little boy was hungry. He ate all the spaghetti. So the dad's trying to eat his spaghetti, right? And I'm like, that was just in his mouth. That's disgusting. So I really hope, like always said, if I ever got pregnant, I was only gonna eat stuff I don't like, so that way my kid doesn't like anything I like. I'm still super picky. The only thing I've liked this whole time is carrots and hot fries, so she can have all those whenever she gets here. But anything I'm eating, I'm just gonna be like, sorry girl, like you won't like this because ain't no way I'm sharing my food.
It's spicy. That's what you tell them. It's spicy.
Yeah, literally, because I hate sharing. I've always been like that. Even as a kid, I hate sharing. And I don't want slobber all over my food. Like, taking bites after people grosses me out, so.
I'll share my food with them. Like, if they want, like, a part of my burger or something, like, I'll give it to them. But if they try to give it back to me, I'm like, no, girl, it's for you.
That's all yours now.
That's like if they take a drink out of, like, my water bottle with food in their mouth, I'm like, you can have it.
Oh.
You already see the floaties.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, nope.
Mine would have to be the tablet thing too. I was like, absolutely not. Now, my daughter is 9, almost, well, she'll be 10. She has a phone, and that was like an agreement with me and her dad. But it is like strict. But half the time she doesn't have her phone with her. I'm like, Sophie, where's your phone? I don't know. And I'm like, so we don't really have like a big issue, but with Cooper, because he is on the spectrum, he needs a tablet sometimes to kind of calm him down. That's his like safe space. But he's learning to control his moods with taking himself out of any situation. But he is more of my, I would say, my tablet kid. When we go to a restaurant, I tell them, I will let you play on the tablet or your phone, but you have to be quiet, you have to sit down, and you have to eat your food. If you eat your food, it's taken away. So they know automatically. When they're sitting there and I'm like, hey, Cooper's like, what? And I'm like, you're not eating, I'm gonna take it away, and he'll just start eating. So I'm okay with it as long as because they will act a fool sometimes, but it does help them sit and eat all of their food.
Yeah.
Because they are picky kids. And also with Ashlyn, I don't mind sharing my food, but yeah, the minute I see floaties and that, no. But when you get, you know, like my age, and you have like your own house and everything, all the good snacks you hide.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And they will never know. So you never have to share. It's always in my room hidden somewhere. And Sophie's like, well, where'd you get a cake from? I'm like, it was my last one. And I have a box underneath my bed. I never know.
I do that too.
Yeah,
like in the car,
have
just
to.
like, what are you eating? I'm like, nothing. Literally open my console, there's like a roll of sweet tarts, and I'm like, it's a mom snack. It's not for you.
It's spicy.
Listen, I share everything. I literally share everything. Tyler does not. Like the kids will be like, I want that, and he'll be like,
No.
tough.
Go get your own.
Go find something else. And I'm like, don't be rude. Like here.
And
then,
Sophie
like-
would literally just look at Joyce's plate and she'll be like, this looks good, and take a bite, and Joyce is like, okay. And I'm like, tell her no, it's fine, she can have it. And I'm like, it's these kids, man.
It's their world, yo. We just live in it.
Seriously. They are the boss.
Yeah, honestly, she might beat me up if I tell her no, so
Probably.
Listen,
I might just have to say yes.
Peyton tries, so.
I see the look Peyton gives you sometimes and I'm like, I'm scared.
She slapped me in Sam's
Oh, I would have thrown down.
on Sunday. She was like, Mama, and like, was like, come here. So I put my hands like in her face, removes one, slaps me, and I was like a good slap. And Tyler was like looking at some stuff, and he turned around and he was like,
What do? You're in public.
I was literally like trying to breathe, and he was
We
like,
listen, we don't judge.
he was all, did she hit you? And I was all, and then she was like, Mom, I'm all, no. I don't want any love from you right now.
I'm not falling for it again.
I'm surprised I didn't have a little tiny handprint on my cheek. I'm like, did I just... My 2-year-old literally beat me up in Sam's, okay?
What do you do in that situation?
I don't, like...
Because somebody would look at you and be like, did you just slap your kid? And then you're like, well, I'm not gonna let my kid slap me.
Yeah, like,
So it's
usually we...
hard.
Like, do you do it back? Do you spank them? Do you tell them no? Do you let it... Just so you don't... Like, you ignore the behavior?
Yeah.
How do y'all feel about spanking your kid?
Oh, I'd be whooping ass.
I'm gonna be carrying spoons because ain't no
my
way.
grandma, or my parents did. My
Yeah.
parents had... My dad had a wooden paddle, and my mom always had a wooden spoon.
Listen, she's gonna be back.
My
Like,
mom threw stuff at me. Boom.
and look, you turned out great.
I'm a great
You need
sorta.
kids need
They do,
discipline,
yeah.
and I like my generation is so like, do not discipline your kid.
Gentle
like,
parenting.
No.
absolutely not. This little girl's gonna be crazy.
Honestly, so with Cooper, he's a little different. I used to bust his ass all the time, and it just never worked. And I'm like, why? And it's because he needs to be disciplined way different than Sophie. Sophie
Yeah.
tells me no, it's a pop in the mouth, and yes, I do that. You can judge me all you want, but a good, just a quick one, not like a whole way fighting.
Freaking winding up over here.
You don't tell me no, or you don't back talk me, attitude, pop her in the mouth. Cooper, on the other hand, he has behavioral disorder, so I have to do it differently. He does get a spanking, especially if it's a different situation, but if he's having a meltdown, it's more of a, okay, go blow your candles out. And he's more gentle parenting in some situations. But
Yeah.
he
But,
still
like,
gets the
to
hand.
each their own, you
Yeah.
know? Like, I am good. Like, I'll tell my kids, do not do it. If you do it again, you will go to your room. You will go to your room. You will go to your room. And I try that. But if they do it after that,
It's, yeah.
no. I'm gonna whoop your butt. I'm gonna grab you by your arm. I'm gonna put you in your room.
Yeah.
And you go and stay there. But now the kids can open the doors. And so they're all, Mom, I done? I done. I come out. And I'm like,
Go back.
I thought I said I would come and get you. They dry their tears and they're all, I done.
Shout out to the Alibi.
Oh yeah.
Who made this morning?
Raina and Brianna were working.
This is really good.
What did you get today?
The haystack. It was super good. Yummy.
I'm back with the Dr. Pepper.
The special menu. They should make that.
Sugar Daddy once again.
Maybe one day I'll try something.
Try this.
I can smell the coffee already.
And it's just not for you. Maybe Raina can make you something that's something similar to coffee. That
Like a
you would
heavy
like.
chocolate milk.
There you go. Raina, this is for you.
I was gonna ask
She's like,
this
add a little
morning.
cream in there for
But you
you.
were like, I don't know, probably Dr. Pepper. I'm do you just have some chocolate milk so it looks like you're drinking coffee with us?
Sprinkles on top.
I actually hate milk, so probably not.
Never mind.
Anyways.
Oh my god.
Do you have something next on your list?
Me? Oh. Would y'all ever drive a minivan?
Absolutely.
Even if you have 1 kid, 5 kids, 12 kids?
I got 1,000 kids.
1,000 kids?
You will never catch me in a minivan.
Absolutely.
I better be dead. I better be dead if you catch me in a minivan. I'm being held hostage. If you see me in a minivan, I'm being held hostage.
What if it's paid and given to you?
I'm being held hostage still.
Now hold the phone, right? That's a different story. Because out of town trips, all right, let's do it. Bobbing in town,
Dude.
No, the lady that I
What?
seen this morning, literally, black Kia. What is it, a Carnival?
I think so.
No tinted windows, just fishbowl in
not
it.
the fishbowl.
And she was just bopping and weaving through the stoplight, and I was like,
It would
that
need
could
to
never be me.
tinted, like, what is it, the 5%?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, I'd
No,
take a
but-
ticket every day before somebody caught me in a minivan.
No officers. I'm not driving this minivan and you roll the window up.
One time though, we went to Florida for a family vacation, and we got a minivan because there's a lot of us,
Yeah.
and like especially with everyone had their significant other, everyone had their kid, so it's literally my oldest brother, his wife, their 2 kids, my oldest sister. I don't think she was with anyone at that point in time. Her 2 kids, me, my ex-boyfriend, my other brother, his fiance. They got engaged that trip. Their 2 kids, maybe 3. We had a minivan. We had a raper van. And you know how funny it was? Like all
like-
of them getting in drunk like in that van. Like it was like the church van, like with the
No,
rows
literally,
and stuff.
as she's
The
seen
Test
it.
and molester van.
Yeah. No, as she's saying that, I'm like, okay, well, the Kia's out, but I really see her in like an old like ice cream truck van.
It's like
with,
the church
14
vans. Yeah.
seats.
So like all the kids are in the back row. It's like me and my ex and my sister and then my brothers and then my mom and dad and they're in front. And like there was one time we were leaving the beach and my brothers are drunk. My brother's wife, my oldest brother's wife, she's drunk and everyone's like in the van fighting and it was so funny. Like I'm trying so hard not to laugh because my dad's mad. My dad's livid and he's just trying to drive this freaking
And
van.
people are reaching over 3 seats to get to the other person. All married, wiped up with
there's
kids.
like an ice chest in the back and Josh just keeps yelling at his daughter. He's like, Aubrey, hand me a beer. And then like handing beers like over the seat. That was so funny. So like that would be fun for trips and like where I don't know anybody. But like
See, like one of the Mercedes ones, like the whole van.
Big van.
yeah.
Sign me up. Like the who is it? Like the LeBrant family, they have one because they have like 5 kids, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I could do it. But like we always take big family trips too, and so I'm like,
No, but real talk, I'm getting a new vehicle next weekend and I'm looking at, y'all know I wanted a truck so bad. I'm still looking at 3 trucks, but I might get what my mom has because my mom's car is so
I see you do it.
nice. It's so nice on the inside. I was so scared to get a mom car, but that's the only mom car I
It's a
drive.
sporty mom car though.
Yeah, that's the only reason I drive it. 'Cause
no,
it has
I was
a little
gonna,
RS.
I was gonna tell you the other day. I was like, Ashlyn, just buy my car because you need it.
That's a little too big for me.
It's your
Wait till
mom's
she
car.
gets bigger though. That's
No, the one I'm getting is only 2 row.
Oh, okay.
I don't like that big of cars.
Oh yeah.
I'd rather have a big truck.
Same.
So-
I can't though, because my 1,000 kids don't fit in there.
Yeah.
But my Infinity fits us pretty well. But eventually, I will have to get an extended Suburban. Like I would get that over a minivan because my double stroller barely fits in the back with Sophie and Cooper, and Sophie and Cooper are constantly fighting
Yeah.
with that 3rd row. It's not.
I like my car.
Your car is cute. Your rental car you had that other time was cute too.
Oh, my Jeep.
Yeah, we was
That
mobbing
thing is
that.
nice.
It
We
was
were.
nice.
It was pretty cool. I like the sunroof. Definitely missed the sunroof. It was nice.
Yeah.
Okay, next on my list is me and my daughter are gonna listen to rap because
No
listen,
judgment, girl.
she already listens to it right now. I listen to rap all the time and she's in there going crazy. She loves it.
She knows.
She loves it.
I don't follow those rules.
Like
When people are like, your kids should not be listening to that.
They're gonna hear worse
Because
things.
what's on my
Exactly.
radio is what's on my radio.
there she's gonna grow up and she's gonna hear these things anyways. Might as well be for me first. Like
And you, obviously, y'all see the videos I sent y'all of Sophie dancing, and Sophie be rapping sometimes. I'm like, ma'am, don't say those words. And she's like, I skipped the bad words, mom. So she knows. I'm
see,
like,
I love that. I
I'm
think
okay
that's
with
so
it.
funny.
Yeah.
Like I want her to be like that.
as long as she knows to skip the bad words, the mommy words. And
Yeah.
the dancing, she was in dance, and they teach you how to dance different ways. And some people look at me and judge me. They're like, you let her dance like that? And I'm like,
She literally learns it. Yeah.
It's not like she's on a pole.
Yeah.
I just listen. Being a mom is so hard because
It
you
is.
really try all the time to figure out what to do and how to please others, but how to be a good mom, but how to like make your kids and raise them how you want them to be, but also please like your parents and your family because everybody has an opinion, right?
Yeah.
I feel like if your child is dancing a certain way at like 5 or 6 and they're like, no, don't do that. So you're gonna teach your kid not to be them, be
Yeah.
themselves. You want them to be sheltered or like secluded all the time.
Absolutely.
That's crazy because as they grow up, they're gonna be like, well, I can't do that in public, which they should know right from wrong.
Right.
But if they're gonna dance or like on a dance team, like
Yeah.
I feel like they should be able to.
Express themselves, yeah.
It's about knowing when and where to do it, like the time and place.
Yeah.
And they learn that from us. I feel like Sophie, everybody knows Sophie. She's very stubborn, but she's very just out there. And sometimes I'm like, okay, calm it down, Sophie. And then I have to remember, I don't want to ever make her feel like she's in a box and she can't be herself. Because when she's older, I don't want her to have those issues in high school with girls. And I want her to just be happy. And so sometimes I'm like, okay, so you can't do that.
Yeah.
At home you can, but in public you can't.
Yeah.
You can't be that loud girl because,
Me and Tyler are going through this with like the whole cussing thing because we have mouths of sailors. Sorry, mom. Sorry, Jesus. Like, Jesus, you know I love you.
We're trying.
I'm sorry for my words. But we like have watched a few like people that we just like watch on the internet, and some of them say they let their kids cuss like at the house. Whatever, Tyler watches this podcast or whatever, listens to people, but they said that they did like a study, and the parents who let their kids cuss from a young age know the difference more than if you're sheltered. And turns out that they're like, I don't want to say smarter, but like they, what am I trying to say? Like,
I know where you're
they have like
going with
a different development because of like, not because
Yeah.
they can cuss, but
Because eventually, like me and my mom were talking about this morning when it comes to, I mean, there's a lot of crazy stuff going in the world with genders and stuff. I don't want to get too deep in that because that's,
a whole other.
it could be a whole mess.
It's very, very fine line.
Yes. And so I am very open with my children about, obviously, I'm lesbian, that I like women, okay, and it's okay to be that way. And I explain to them a little bit more in detail than most people think I should.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I need her to know now so she's not like secluded, like, well, I don't know. Like she
And
knows
confused,
and she
yeah.
moves on with it.
Yeah.
My mom likes women, that's the end of it. I'm happy, I'm healthy, and it, you know what I mean? So when they're older,
They don't
they're
have to
not
like
confused.
question or like, you know, the one thing too is people have always told us like your kids talk so well for being 4 and 2, and I'm
They
like
really
that's
do.
because we never baby talked to them.
Absolutely.
But we also like if we say something and he's like, "What's that?" I'm like, we explain it. Like we're not gonna go around about things.
And
you
they
know?
won't hide things from you if you were straight
Yeah.
up with them. Because, no offense, Mom, love you. But her and my real dad were very strict with me whenever I was young. No makeup, no boyfriends. I couldn't hang out with my friends until I was 16 and they had to come to my house. I could not stay a night at people's houses, and I hid a lot from my parents. I wore makeup when I went to volleyball trips out of town.
Yeah.
I had a boyfriend.
Strict parents raise sneaky kids. And
I'm
like,
still a good kid, but I did lie a lot to my parents. Instead, I want my kids to be, hey, Mom, I went out drinking last night. Like, that's why I'm sick this morning.
or even her feeling comfortable enough to like, hey, Mom, I know it's 3 o'clock at night. Like, I know I'm gonna be in trouble, but I'm drunk. I can't drive. I would
like, come
much
get
rather
me.
her. Yeah. And like my parents were super strict on me. I was sheltered as a kid, like very sheltered. I still like there'll be movies of people like, have you seen this? I'm like, no, I was not to watch that. And like me, I never was like sneaky because I seen how my dad was with my brothers and how mean he can get. Never even chanced it. I was like, that's not gonna be me. So I was very good, but that's very rare to have like strict and like sheltering parents and still like not really test the waters. Cause like, I mean, I didn't even drink till I didn't even try alcohol till I was 19. Like, I was scared. And so, but I want like her, I'm not gonna be like super strict on her. I want her to be really open and us to be able to have talks about everything, like whatever she wants to talk about.
Right.
And her to feel like she can trust me.
Yeah.
I was a sneaky kid. I don't think my parents weren't strict on me though. It was just like I didn't want them to tell me no, like I couldn't go to a party or like I couldn't go out with my friends or something. And so I would just have my friends stay the night at my house and would walk out my back door. I never like
now.
I mean, first of all, I never got caught sneaking out. But I tell my parents now, they're like, excuse me. But my parents weren't ever very, very strict. Like they always told us, like if you want to drink at home, drink at home. My uncle also lived with us at one point, and so he would buy my alcohol. I would literally drive him to the store. I'm like, hey, I need hours. And he was like, what do you want? And I'm like, Smirnoff, let's go. And then one time, so I would hide it under my bed because my mom would never look there. Like, never hid it in the closet under my bed, right? Well, one time I don't even know where, I think I was with my dad. And my brother was with my mom. They sent me a picture. My mom does. Of them drinking the alcohol from underneath my bed.
Oh, hell yeah.
She said, me and Dev went snooping, found this. Really good, by the way. I wasn't in trouble.
You're like, Mom, I don't know whose that is.
I wasn't in trouble, but I was really pissed off that they had my alcohol.
like, hey, get that back.
But I tell my parents stories now, and they're like, "What kind of kid were you?" And I'm like, "I lived a great childhood. Like, not that y'all were ever mean, but it was like one time my parents were like, "Yeah, you can go to the bonfire." I show up, trashed. I'm like, "Oh my god, I finally get to go to a bonfire." My mom calls me at 11:30 and tells me I have an hour to get home. Your sister took me home in her little boxcar, and I
remember you telling me
blacked out. She literally had to like help me to the stairs, and I was like, "Oh my god." And the only like time I really associated with death was at church camp. Like it was like youth and church camp.
Yeah.
So whenever I was like passed out in the back of her seat, I was like, "Oh my god." Hey. Yeah. But we've always been very open with our with my parents, besides the sneaking out part. But me and Devin just wanted to live a little life on the edge, and so we did.
Yeah.
Yeah, like honestly, like I wish I had more stories from when I was in high school, so that's why I'm gonna be a little bit more open. Like, girl, go ahead. Just please call me. Because I'll be there.
And my parents always said that. They were just like, if you go to a party and you can't drive home, do not drive. Just call us.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And so like one time I went to a party and we stayed at the house, but I was supposed to go home to get ready for church. And I was not functioning by 8:30 a.m. Not well. Anyways, I show up straight to church. Devin routed me out in church. And my dad was like, "You were supposed to come home and get ready for church with us." And I was like, I think I was still drunk. Like, he was outside yelling at me, like, "Why are you falling asleep in church? What are you doing?" And I was like, "Dad."
Listen, my world is spinning right now.
Oh, listen, there's 4 of you. Well, and Jesus is watching you yell at me outside of his temple. Could you please save it for when we get home?
Totally down, Dad.
And then also, but don't forget Devin was there too. Have a good day.
Dirty, Devin. Dang.
Well, he's not gonna rat on me.
Period.
Girl.
But like my sisters say that. My sisters are like, we wish we would have had a good time. They like went to 2 parties in high school and they were like, we ran from the cops once. That was it.
I went to one party when I was 16, got drunk, and I didn't drink till I was 19.
See, I never went to a party, never had a run-in with the cops, nothing like. No, I did whenever I was 19 and getting older,
A little
but
older, yeah.
and then I went crazy because I was like, this is so fun. Like,
Yeah.
I got to experience everything for once, and so I was like, well, girl, chill out. But now I'm chilled out.
Before we move on, I'll tell you my one story with the cops. We were drinking at a playground. Listen, the times were so different. The times were so different 12 years ago, okay? We were drinking at a playground. I don't know why. For what? I don't know. We had vehicles. We literally could have went anywhere in town. What did we do? We went to the slides. Okay, whatever. We're taking shots. The cops drive by, spotlight us. And you know you're like drunk. Like, even if it wasn't us, even if it was somebody breaking in down the street, we were like, it's us. Like, guilty conscience. We snuck out. We are not supposed to be here. We're drunk. Highly intoxicated here. We take off running. Everybody jumps the fence. When I jumped the fence, my belt loop got stuck. I was hanging upside down, and the people are down the canal, and I was like, "Hey, someone come out!" And it's like, Jaden cut her wrist. Still to this day has a scar, and she was like, "Do you know this thing?" And I was like, "I ripped my favorite jeans that day." Upside down, hanging.
Oh my God.
No,
Did they catch
I mean, we never got caught. I don't think they were after us to begin with, but it made for a good story.
No, listen, I've had run-ins with the cops when I started partying and stuff. That our parties would get shut down every single weekend because we would have huge parties. We would literally have a whole DJ. Like, our parties were so fun and so crazy. So they would always get shut down. We knew that going into it, they were gonna get shut down. One time we went all the way to Loving for a party, which like the stuff we did, I think, and I'm like,
Loving 10 or Loving?
which one's closer?
Loving.
Yeah, I don't know.
Sheltered.
Yeah. So we went to Loving for this party. And it's like in this shed. It's tiny. So, and there's so many of us because it was going to be a huge party at somewhere else. That one, the cops were already there before we even started. They were there waiting for us, and they're like, you better not. So we're like, oh, okay, don't worry, we'll find another spot. And we're so stupid. Every time the cops would come, we'd be like they'd shut us down. We're like, everyone go to 6 Mile. And so the cops would follow us over there.
Y'all are all setting up shop and they're like, spotlight it. Okay.
Yeah.
Go 2 miles
so anyways,
over.
We found this little shed thingy, so we go over there. The cops let us have our fun for a little bit, and they were already there whenever we got there, but we didn't care. We were still setting up. So then, at some point, the cops come in. They're like, "All right, this is getting out of hand." So me and Sam, we're next to each other. This cop comes up to only me and her, and he looks at us dead in the eye, and he's like, "Y'all had 3 seconds to take off running, or I'm tackling y'all both." I had a Seagram's. I put it in my back pocket of my jeans, and me and Sam look at each other and take off running opposite ways. And we go sprinting, and there's a freaking puddle of mud. I almost biff it. I ran through this old lady's backyard. She literally has like this huge like gun. She's mad because everyone, this was the neighbor, and by the time I get to the truck, brother loves to talk to the cops because he's sober. He has no fear.
Oh, yeah.
He's not gonna get in trouble. So he's like, just let me talk to them. I'm like, brother, we are underage. We are obliterated. You're our driver. Take us home. You're the worst. And he'll be like, no, just go sit in the truck. I'll talk to him. I'm like, oh my God. So brother has my keys. So the truck's locked. So as soon as I get to the truck, I go to get in the bed of my truck. And there's a freaking imprint of the Seagrams on my pants because it kept spilling.
like the outline.
Yes, and I was just like, oh my gosh. But it was funny because that cop was definitely about to tackle us. And me and Sam just looked at each other, and I was like, I'm going this way. And she went that way. We took off and met back up in the truck. It was funny.
Dude, imagine they're just bored and they're like, let's see if these kids can run.
Seriously.
I'm pretty positive that's what they do.
That's funny.
Sorry, we got off topic there. Okay, what's something else?
My next one is actually kind of funny. And it's like actually a little bit irrelevant, but it happened to be this weekend. So I was at my baby shower this weekend, and I'm opening a gift.
Oh, Lord.
I'm opening a gift, and it's from her grandma, like her dad's mom, and she got the cutest like clothes, this like seat thingy for a stroll, or like a what is
For the
that thing
basket?
called? A basket, like at the grocery store.
Like a basket cover.
Yeah. A whole bunch of stuff, right? So I'm like pulling everything out of the bag. Well, then I get to the last gift in the bag, and I pull it out, and it's like bags with like a carrier, like it looks like a dog poop bag, right? And I look around, and everyone's just staring at me, and I'm like what? And I look at my mom like, what is this? She's like a little confused too, and I'm like, Mom, am I gonna have to scoop poop? Because why did she give me poop bags? I'm freaking out. Like, I'm literally like rethinking my whole life in a matter of these seconds. And like the table that was in front of me, they're all laughing at me, and they're like, girl, like it's for if you like are out and you can't throw away her diaper, you put the diaper in there. I was like, oh thank God.
Because they're like scented, so you can wrap them up and it doesn't smell.
Yeah. I thought I'm literally thinking about any scenario I'm gonna be in where I'm like, why is she gonna
She's
be
like, do I need
pooping?
a litter box?
Why is she just gonna be pooping everywhere? Like, I'm gonna have to scoop poop. I'm like, I did not sign up for this. I'm like, Cheyenne, take her. I don't want her no more. Like, you can have her. Like, I was so
You
scared.
might have to shovel some poop ass.
No, that's on the list of I'm not scooping
Ask
poop.
her. How many Snapchats have I got?
Let me just tell you what happened. The first outing I tried to have, after I went back to work with Jay, I called Sam. I had had a terrible day. Jay had screamed all day. It was the first time I had a new client, and I just don't know what's wrong. Just don't know what was wrong. So I called and I'm like, please tell me, like, we can go for a drink. Like, I just need a drink before I go home. I just need to decompress. Like, please tell me you can go. And she's like, meet me at B-Dubs in 10. And I'm like, listen, I have 3 gift cards. Like, I will buy you whatever you want. Just please. We go in, waiting on our table. And I hear this noise, and I was like, oh my God. I hear it again, and I'm like, something's not right. Shit is dripping out of the car seat. So probably his issue was that his stomach hurt, okay? Mind you, we're standing in the lobby of freaking B-Dubs. And I looked down and there's yellow shit everywhere. And I told Sam, oh my freaking Jesus Christ, what do I do? She starts laughing. She's like, I'm gonna get us a table. Because I'm pretty sure you had Cooper.
I do.
So I'm like, I have. to go to my car. So I go to my car and I'm like, what do I even do?
See,
like
that's-
I can't I can't spray off the car seat. Can't spray him down.
I would throw the whole car seat
So I
and
have
kid
to
away.
like take him out, take his clothes off, wipe him, give him like, I'm pretty sure he used a whole thing of wipes. Wipe him down, clean out the car seat, whatever. And I kid you not, he's not even 3 months old.
He's little.
Like tiny, dude. I don't have any extra clothes. All I have is a blanket. And you know what? Call me a bad mom if you want. Like I said, I had a terrible day and I just needed.
We listen, we do not judge.
We listen and we don't judge because you know what I did? I wrapped that kid in that blanket. I walked my ass in to
And we
B-Dubs.
had
We had an adios. And we enjoyed it. And I savored every bit of that. Chugged a thing of water. Sat in my car. Holding him. And I'm like, I have to put him back in a dirty car seat.
to drive. I forgot about that part.
So I put the blanket in first, put Jay, strapped him up, home we went. I go home and Telly was like, how was your day? And I was like, no.
Look at your kid. He's naked.
I have a video of it. I took a video because I was like, nobody would ever believe me. Disgusting.
I have a picture too somewhere.
I FaceTime my mom through the entire thing and I was just like, what do I do? She's laughing. She's like, Brenna, it's just a part of motherhood. I'm like, do I go back inside or do I go home? She was like, no. Go have you a drink.
Yeah. What about the one time in the bathtub?
Oh. Are you talking about Peyton or Jayden?
Oh, I forgot it was both of them, huh?
No, you're talking about when Jayden was in the bath with me? I was in the bath with Jay because he had just got shots. So I was like, okay, his little legs hurt. I put him in between my legs, let the warm water just go over him. But you know, like they usually want their mom. So I was like, I'll just take a bath with him. I start screaming. The kid is pooping in the bath with me in it. And I'm like, Tyler!
I would have a
Go get
full-blown
him.
panic
He's
attack.
laughing. And I'm like, I have to go shower. I'm literally sitting in shit water. Like, help me out.
All of you moms, Ashlyn.
Don't take a bath with your kid.
I was literally telling my mom the other day, I was like, oh, like I want to take a bath with her and like just sit there. Mm-mm. Nope.
You never know.
Because the minute, even if she starts peeing, absolutely not. That's disgusting.
It's a rough time out there. Wait, is that the time you were talking about?
Yeah, that time, and then there was another time. I think it was Peyton though. Recently.
Let's talk. They were both in the bath. Just rinsing them off because they played in the the sandbox all day, so they were dirty. Jay both stands up in the bathtub. Mind you, my kid knows we have a potty mouth. Starts screaming mama words. Sissy shit! Sissy shit! And she's in the corner. And I'm like, oh my god. Ain't no way. Definitely. I have to like pull them out. Tyler's gagging. And I'm like, take them to the freaking shower on the other side of the house because now I have to bleach their toys. bleach the
kids. No, I'm kidding.
Dude.
You're scaring Ashlyn. She's like, what am I
No,
doing?
thank God I have my mom because that's all her.
I swear
Ain't
to
no
you-
way I'm doing it.
It all. It doesn't
And
matter.
that's gonna be
It
my
all.
luck. That's literally gonna be. She's gonna be pooping herself every single day. Like I already like blow out, and I'm just gonna be like, I don't know. Listen, girl, we're in this together because we're both just gonna sit here and cry because I don't know. I don't know what to do. Like,
It happens. Sometimes I would put them in the back and I was just like, I literally like AC on blast. And I'm like, no music. This is how we're driving home.
Silent drive.
Praying that they sleep. Good times, good times.
Good times.
These are things that I have on my list that like I think I'm gonna do, or like I think I'm gonna be whenever she's like little. I think I'm gonna be shy like breastfeeding. Like, but I know like a lot of moms say that and then they're just like whipping it out. You know what I mean? They like no longer care when she's here. And like I realized that last night because like I pumped last night and Sam was at the house and she was sitting right next to me. My mom was right here. My mom has never seen my body ever. Like I don't let my mom see me. And like she'll walk into the room whenever I'm in the bathroom times. I'm like, Mom, get out, please get out. Like, but like I don't let her see me. And my mom's gonna be there whenever I'm giving birth, staring at my cooter. So is my sister. But like, so I was like, I want to pump, but like they're both here. Like I had just put on these little heating pads. I just drank my little drink. I was like, I need to pump right now. Like I can't wait. So I was just like,
I'll fly.
please don't look. Yes. But like I wasn't like as embarrassed as I thought I was gonna be. So I feel like I say that now, but I feel like whenever it's time, I'm gonna be like, yeah, no, I don't even care.
I don't think it's that bad. I mean, like
No.
the first few times, yes, because it's like when they're like past 3 months, probably it's not so bad. But when they're younger and they're trying to like find where to eat, you have to like adjust it
Yeah.
and then without like exposing yourself. But then, like I said, momming is hard because people are going to throw shade at you no matter what you do. If you don't use a cover, people are going to be like, why is your boob out? I'm
Yeah.
like, sorry, we all have them. But like my child is hungry. And if I was giving them formula,
Literally.
you'd be mad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if you throw a cover over you, they're like, you're suffocating your child.
Yeah.
Let the child breathe. So you're never gonna make somebody happy. But like I feel like the first few months it's just figuring it out. After that you're like, here, put a shirt over. If you show your skin, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
A fed baby is a happy baby.
Seriously. Another thing I say I'm going to be doing, or I'm not going to be doing, is co-sleeping. I will not let her sleep with me. And my sister is like, so wants her to sleep with her. Like, if she ever, like, stays the night over there, when she stays the night over there, I know my sister's going to take her. But my sister wants her to sleep with her, and I'm so against it. Like, I got an extra bassinet, and I was like, you can take it to your house because she's not sleeping with you. Because it scares me so bad. But I feel like when she gets here, I'm gonna be like, oh my god, I just want her to sleep with me. But that's one rule I want to be strict about because it scares me all the things that can happen and like how fast, like SIDS, like especially, like that freaks me out. So that's one thing. And also, if she's asleep and like, you know how like you're supposed to wake them up after a certain time, like I'm gonna let her sleep. Ain't no way I'm about to wake her up.
Don't do it.
Yeah.
Like they say, feed your baby every 3 hours. Do not.
Yeah.
If that child is sleeping, you let that child sleep.
Yeah, that's
when they're
exactly
hungry,
how I'm gonna be.
They will let you
like
know.
she's like, babies are born and they know what to do. They're not like stupid, you know what I mean? They know if they're hungry. They know if they're tired. If she's sleeping, if she was hungry, she would wake up. So if she's sleeping, girl, go ahead and sleep because I would know too if
1000%.
someone woke me up.
Yeah.
Like,
Dude, the twins slept last night from like 9:15 to 2. I did not wake them up.
yeah.
And then they woke up every hour after that. And they wanted like their passy for a little bit. Callie wanted the bottle for a little bit. No, if they're sleeping, they're sleeping. And my mother-in-law and my mom both are like, let them sleep. Do not touch that
Yes.
baby because once they're up, they want to eat. They're fussy.
And also like how people say like if they're crying, like just let them cry it out, like don't pick them up. I am not gonna do that because like I understand like then you have a clingy baby and they don't ever want to.
That's not true.
I don't care though because it's like first of all this is her first time living.
Yeah.
This is a very new world for her too. She's used to being inside of me all the time. If she's crying because she wants me to hold her, I'm gonna hold her. Okay, so she's attached to my hip and what? Okay, I'm gonna enjoy that. I'm not gonna get these moments forever. Like, and luckily I can just wear her while I'm working. So I'm like, I don't really care if she's,
Attached to you.
yeah, I don't care if she's like a spoiled baby that doesn't like to be put down. Okay,
So with Sophie and Cooper, we did the cry it out when it came like 4 months old. I made their dad do it, like cry for 15 minutes, go in, comfort, cry for 10, comfort, till they went to sleep. And we tried not to hold them. We had them on the floor a lot of the time so they weren't attached to me all the time. And then with the twins, my mom is the one that told me, babies still think they are attached to you up until 6 months old.
yeah,
So hold the baby.
Yeah.
If the baby's crying, hold the baby. It's not that they're going to be clingy. It's just because they still think they're inside of you.
yeah,
So,
But if you're making them a bottle and they're crying, it's not gonna hurt them.
No,
you
yeah.
know what I mean. But like obviously, like you're not gonna leave them there for an hour screaming.
yeah.
But like you don't have to like the
They need
second
the
they make a
comfort.
sound, you don't have to rush to them. You can still take your time, but they also do need that like love and
They do,
nurture
yeah.
and
Because what if their back itches?
yeah.
or like
pick
there's
them up
they have a
and-
stomach pain or a
Yeah.
growing pain or they're uncomfortable.
It's
Yeah.
not always because they're clingy.
They can't talk. They cry.
Literally.
That's how it is.
Oh, they be crying, girl.
And the last thing I said is I'm getting the epidural. That I don't think that's gonna change whenever I come on this next one with her. If that changes, I'll be real proud of myself. But ain't no way I'm gonna. If I don't have to feel that pain, you better call every drug person you know because bring me all that.
I could give you one advice. If I had to give anybody advice, And I even tell, like, even my clients who have asked that are about to have a baby, even if it's their 4th baby, my biggest advice is to go in with no plan. I went in with no plan. I was like, I don't, like, epidural, 50-50. There was other pain meds that you could get outside of the epidural. So I just went in with an open mind. I let them tell me all of my options, right? And I never jumped on anything, and it made my delivery so much easier. After 23 hours of labor, they were like, you have to go on for a C-section. And I was like, say less, let's go. Like,
See,
I
like-
tried it. But if you go in with the open mind, because if you go in and you're like, I mean, you could say you're gonna have the epidural, like, that's fine. But don't go in and be like, I will not have a C-section, I will not deliver this.
Yeah.
And because when, like, your delivery thing could change so much that if you go in with a set plan and they're like, hey, this has to happen and not that,
Then you're just gonna be freaking out more.
in a world of shock.
Yeah.
A world of shock.
See, and like I have a really, really high pain tolerance, and I've had so many like cyst ruptures that I feel like I'm kind of prepared for like what the feeling is gonna be semi-like. So like I just have this feeling that I'm gonna go into labor and it's like not gonna be as bad as I thought it was gonna be. You know what I mean? So if I get there and I'm like, oh, this isn't bad, like I can take this, then like yeah, like I'm not gonna get an epidural if I don't need it. But I'm not against getting it either.
Right.
And obviously I don't want to have a C-section, that's not the goal, but I also wouldn't, if that's how she has to come, that's how she, then again, I wouldn't have nothing happen down there, so I would actually be like semi-okay with that. Like, I'm like, I don't really care about either way, you know what I
You
mean?
just want her, like, hair and healthy.
Yeah, and I would love to have no tearing, so like, whatever we can do about that, like, and that's really the only thing, like, just get her here, least amount of pain as possible, and I'll be good, like, we'll be good.
I will fight somebody if they ever tell you that a C-section is the easy way out. Because it's
Yeah. Honestly, I had my gallbladder removed, and that's literally an incision right here, and right here, and in my belly button. The worst recovery pain of my life. I couldn't pull up my own underwear. I couldn't get up out of bed by myself. Like, it was horrible. And I'm like, that's whenever I was like, I don't think I could ever have a C-section, because that was the tiniest 3 little scars or 3 little cuts. And a C-section is a huge cut. I'm like, and you don't realize how much you use your abdomen, that I'm like, oh my God, there's no way I would ever be able to do that. It's, ugh.
You've had
I
both.
agree.
So
I have had both. And
what was...
with Sophie, I had one like stitch, but it was inside. I had no issues. Cooper, 9-pound baby, slid on out. No tearing.
She
nothing.
literally laughed, and the doctor was like, don't do that again.
Yeah, and he came out.
Oh my God.
He was 9 pounds.
We were just chilling in there, and she started laughing. They're like, we're gonna check you, and she's like, okay.
I had that girl.
No, get the doctor. Get the doctor. And we were like, I was all, Jody, here's my camera. I'm gonna leave.
It was very fast. So, but I was in a lot of pain before, and the lady's like, "Do you want that epidural?" I was like, "I'm okay right now." I was like, "If I start crying, give me that epidural."
Yeah.
She walks out, I'm crying because that next contraction was awful. I was like,
Yeah.
bring it in, bring the drugs. But with the twins, I kind of already knew I was gonna have to have a C-section because Calliope was feet down. She was butt down, and then whenever I delivered, she was feet down. So I already kind of knew. I didn't have a lot of pain after my C-section. Like,
I think like the first 4 days are like
yeah,
the worst.
the first day I was like, okay, I'm a little sore. I got up and walked. It was fine. But day 3, 4, 5, it was hard.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like, I mean, I don't really know, obviously I don't know what it's like, but I feel like thinking about it as C-section would be longer recovery pain rather than just like pushing a baby out. Obviously you're still in pain after that, but just the thought of it sounds like I would be in pain for a lot longer with a C-section afterwards.
And the
Don't
tape
look
they
at me.
gave me,
I don't know. I mean, I do know, but
it like ripped my skin off. Like,
oh, like your bandage after.
yeah, my bandage, that hurt more
You know
than the
what's-
incision.
That's crazy. When I went to take mine off, they told me to sit in the shower for like as long as I could, and then try to peel it off in the shower, so it didn't do that.
And they said, whoosh, and they were like, oh, it looks great. How do you feel? And I was like,
Skinless,
yeah.
thank you.
When I was, yeah, literally. And I still have scars on this side of my belly and the other side where the tape was, and I don't know if I was like allergic to it too. Or,
Yeah.
I'm allergic to most like medical tape like that. So.
Yeah, because it's
tell them
like
that.
super heavy, like super
Yeah.
thick, and so it literally grips onto your skin. I think I had a little bit of a rash on
Yeah.
either side from mine.
You need to tell them that, Ashley, too.
Yeah. Do you have anything else on your list? Because if not, we can read a few of these.
Yeah, I don't, but we can read a couple of these.
Do you have anything else on your list?
I had it, but it'll come to me later.
Okay. So we asked y'all to send in some of y'all's "We Listen and We Don't Judge" Mom Edition, and y'all did not disappoint.
Okay, you can. Do you want to read hers first?
Yeah, I'll read hers. Are we saying their name? Or no? These aren't all of them. Also, maybe.
We're gonna read a few this time and then a few next time because we kind of asked a little bit late.
Yeah, and yeah, there was kind of a lot. So anyways, this girl says, I'll put a listen and we don't judge. The kids and I were at HEB and they have those little baskets or that the little ones can use to shop. My 4-year-old could catch up with the pace I was going, but my 2-year-old has the worst attention span. I told my 2-year-old that his cart ran out of gas and he had to get in my basket, yet I let my 4-year-old use his basket since it had gas. Honestly, that's a genius right there. Like, I would not be able to think of something like that. I'd be like, you just gotta get in because I'm not dealing with this. But like, that's so smart.
And then we responded to her and she was like, he just didn't understand why my 4-year-old had gas and I couldn't put gas in his car.
He said, gotta stop at the gas station then, like, just fill me up, Mom. Like, what's going on?
With 2, it's hard like that. I think she actually has 3 kids now, so I couldn't even imagine going to the grocery store.
I mean, all 3 of them.
No. You take all 4 with you?
Yes.
No.
Yes. I mean, y'all see you rolling up in the salon with both.
Dude, you're literally
Seriously.
a freaking super mom. I stress out
Sophie
with my
just
2
kicks the
kids.
door open and I'm just like, hey.
No, literally, Sophie busts in the salon sometimes, and I'm like,
She owns
do you
it.
pay the bills?
Oh,
Really?
she does. She thinks she does.
Yes, she the boss.
Okay, this one says, we listen and we don't judge. I tell my kids Miss Rachel or whoever she wants to watch is asleep if I'm tired of watching whatever the show
Period.
is.
I'm using that.
Dude, whenever I was reading these, I was like, yep, that's getting added to the notes. I'm gonna use this one. I'm gonna use that one. Like, I was like, dang, these kids, these parents are smart.
With the shopping cart thing, I usually if I don't want to give Jay something, I'm like, it's broke. And he's like, why? And I'm like, Jesus broke it, I don't know.
Talk to the man upstairs because I didn't do that.
Jay's in the why stage. So he'll be like, who built that? And I'm like, I don't know. And he's like, well, why? So
Just say
I'll be
Jesus all
like,
the time.
oh, Todd built it. And he's like, okay. I'm like, did you really care?
He just wants to hear you talk.
Yes. If I have something I'm drinking that I don't want to share, I tell her it's coffee. But the worst part is I would tell my kids no, this is a mama drink, it's coffee. They'd be like, oh, I want some. They don't care.
Oh yeah.
The
I
coffee
give
part.
your kids coffee
I know.
and Red Bull.
Let's talk about Sue making the kids a full cup of coffee at the salon the other day.
I saw Darla's Snapchat with the cup. Sorry, Darla. They both had a cup of coffee, and I was like, oh, how cute.
They
no,
wake
they had
up-
hot cocoa. I don't know, but it looked like coffee.
If we go to the cabin, they're like, yay, coffee, it's 7:02, wake up, Mom, I want coffee.
Hey,
No, they call it
those-
foffy.
That's cute. But it goes back to they're gonna do it eventually when they're older. When they cuss, they're gonna have coffee when they're older.
Let's rally.
Let's do it.
She says, any food I don't want to share is spicy, so she doesn't have to share. We do.
That's what I say.
We're like, it's hot.
I had a hot wing last night, eating it, getting the kids ready for the bath. Sophie's like, what's that? And I was like, it's hot. She looked at it, she's like, let me try it. And I said, it's hot. She's like, took a piece and it was a little spicy. She's like, ew, don't touch my food.
We did those hot peppers. And the kids are always like, ooh, banana pepper, because they like banana peppers or pickles.
Not the pickles.
So Jay reaches in the other day and says, I want one. And Tyler's like, do it. And I'm like, no. It's not like medium or mild. Like, it says hot. Jay touches it to his tongue and he's like, Mama, milk. Panicking, and I'm like, why? He's like, he'll never do it again.
I mean, period.
Next night, I want one.
Does he like it?
I'm like, did you not learn?
Dude, my mom I don't know if this is child abuse, but my mom would give me a jalapeno, make me bite it every time I get in trouble. Take a bite. And you had to like keep it in my mouth. And now I love jalapenos. It is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, Mom.
Shout out to you. This one says, if I'm too tired to get up and make breakfast right away, I'll tell my kid to go grab whatever they want out of the pantry. Most of the time, it's a Rice Krispie treat. Then I'll put on literally any show for them in my bedroom while I finish sleeping.
That's gonna be me.
How about bring me a Rice Krispie treat too?
Y'all grab 3 and come lay down.
Guilty.
Well, I used to tell Jay, because when he wakes up, he's like, Mom, I want milk. And I'm like, oh my gosh. I think this kid is half cow, if you're wondering. I used to tell him, give me a minute. The child now brings the gallon of milk to my bed with his cup.
He said, get up.
At
This
least you don't have to
weekend.
get up.
He was like, Mom, I want milk. And I was like, go back to bed. Puts it to my nose. Milk, Mom.
You gotta pour it yourself. Just drink from the gallon.
Hold the lid. I poured it. I told him to go put it up. Goes and puts it up. Comes and lays down. Takes 2 drinks. Back to bed.
I love kids.
Literally their world.
Absolutely.
They want, they get.
Uh-huh.
She says, we listen and we don't judge. I take batteries out of toys when I get tired of listening to them, and then I tell them that they're broke.
I love this mom.
Yeah, I'm definitely doing that.
Oh my gosh. No, literally.
It's smart.
I have a problem of thinking my kids don't have clothes, so I buy new ones. 99% of the time they're dirty and I don't realize it, but I suck at getting laundry done.
I know who this is. We love her.
We do. And we're not judging you. We literally
No, because I kind of do this.
agree.
They need new clothes all the time. All the time.
Literally. This next one is talk about the haircut one.
Oh,
We listen and we don't judge. I trade my mom haircuts for watching my kids overnight when I need a break. I don't do hair. Listen, she went to school for hair for 6 weeks, so she has a little bit of knowledge under her belt.
that's enough. We listen, we don't judge.
Dude, literally whatever it is for somebody to watch your kid overnight, okay?
Dude, my mother-in-law, what you want, girl? You want your toes done, your nails done? Please watch my baby. My mom, same thing. Nails, toes, head spa. Please help me.
Oh my god.
I'm nervous.
We listen and we don't judge. I've definitely taken money out of my kids' money stash with every intention of making up for it. They have a roof over their heads. That's their cash back.
Somebody's paying the bills in here. Dude,
No, because tell me why I do that. So like I have 2 bank accounts. One of them's mine and one of them's hers. And I've been putting all my extra money in there. And this girl has a lot of money saved up already. And I'm like, you know what does she need this money for? So like lately I've been taking some out and I'm getting a more expensive truck. And I'm like, nah, it's fine. I'll have money in there if I need it. I'm like, girl, that's for her. But I'm like, what does this little girl need? Like
to feed her.
Exactly. I'm like, yeah, girl, listen, you're already spoiled enough. Like, you don't need all that money. You're fine. You're totally fine.
We had to pay something the other day and Tyler was like, I don't think I have enough cash here. And I was like,
The
well,
kids
the
have
kids
money in
do.
their bag. Yeah, that's all the kids today.
We'll just put an envelope in there with like how much they had, how much we borrowed. It's easier to pay them back than it is the bank, so.
Sophie knows. She helped with the kids the other day while we painted our new house, and she did such a wonderful job. I was like, Sophie, I'll pay you. She was cleaning the bathroom last night after they got out of the shower. She's like, hey, don't forget you owe me money. I was like, what? She was like, the money you owe me. And that's how she said it. The money you owe me. I said, girl, I literally bought you McDonald's the other day. That was like $40. And she was like, but you said you would give me cash.
It doesn't matter.
And I did. I told her, I don't have like cash. I want to give you cash so I can take you to the store.
And she said, pay up.
I was like, girl.
She didn't miss a beat.
No.
Not a second, not an hour.
I said, I get paid Friday, knowing damn well I get paid every day.
No, you don't. Hey, how are you getting paid Friday? Am I getting paid Friday?
oh, I didn't put you on payroll?
I wish.
That's what Joyce tells her. I get paid on Friday. So now I'm like, I get paid on Friday. She don't know yet. It's fine.
She don't. Okay. She'll learn. She's learning as she goes.
She's gonna look through my wallet one of these days and be like, where'd you get this money? And I'm gonna be like,
She's gonna be like, oh, remember that 20 you owed me? Thank ya.
see, and I didn't give her a number yet. So she don't know how
Well,
much.
that's even better. Okay, this one says, I have thrown away so many toys during rage over stimulation cleaning. Literally, if I step on the toy and it is too small for them to find at the bottom of the toy box, bye.
Oh yeah.
It's going.
I throw everything.
Bye.
All the time. And they know it.
Or if there's like, I don't do Legos, but if there's something like similar to Legos and they're everywhere, bye. You cannot convince me otherwise.
The McDonald's toys, trash.
Bye.
Every time.
When they get them at like Wendy's or something, I literally put them like in the salon basket and I'm like, they can stay there.
Yeah.
If I find one piece,
Trash.
later. We listen and we don't judge. I totally bribe my kids with chocolate when my husband isn't around. I pick my battles.
You have
true.
to.
Mm-hmm.
Are you taking notes, Ashley?
Listen, she knows she's getting whatever she wants. she knows that.
I do that too. I'll be like, hey, if you, well, like with JB struggle with eating, so I'm like, if you eat all of your food, I'll give you a chocolate. Or I'm like, hey, if you pick up your toys, y'all can have a Coke.
I do the same thing. I'm like, y'all want to play outside on your like little go-karts? And they're like, yeah. I'm like, okay. You have to eat
Pick
all
up.
your food and clean your room. And they're like, that's a lot. And I'm like, well, it's a lot for me to go outside and charge you
Yeah.
to be out in the sun. So, what are we doing? And they do it.
At the end of our listen, and we don't judge today, she says, all this to say, basically, I'm a trash mom. You are not a trash mom.
You are not.
Okay. We all just do things our own way. Your kids are happy and healthy. And you have a good story as a mom because listen,
Yeah.
we all do it.
And I want to steal some of those because
Yeah.
Facts. But we do love you and thank you for writing in.
This one says, when I was potty training my oldest, he would poop his underwear. He refused to use the toilet, so I sprayed him down with a water hose one day, and he never did it again.
as you should.
No, because tell me why, anytime I'd be left alone with my dad and I would like poop myself, he would spray me with the hose.
Yes.
Because ain't no way my dad was changing me. No way.
But men are, this is a girl, but men are different because they're like, take them outside and spray them off. You have a shower.
Literally.
Why not go to
But
the
then
shower?
again, if y'all pass by the house and you see me rinsing Z off with the hose, keep driving. Because I don't want to do it either.
I did that one time with Cooper. We were outside and we had like a little water toy, and I smelled something and I was like, this ain't me. I said, Jacob, get your son. He pulls his trunks down and then just sprays him with the water hose, and he pulls his thingy and he's like, it's a big one. And I'm like, I ain't getting this. I'm recording. I'm like, you got it.
More power to you.
Yeah,
Let's
that's
go.
all you.
Do you have a listen and we don't judge moment before we leave?
I have a lot.
I do have to be at work in 9 minutes.
Yeah, but I don't have any that are.
So, we'll read the next ones on the next.
The following. We can save ours. We can write ours down because I'm sure we have a
That's a
ton.
lot.
Because next time we do this, we'll probably add in the listen and we don't judges on our birth story. So I'll probably already have one by then because
Oh yeah, I
let's
definitely
be
have
for real.
those.
Yeah. Well, I think that's a wrap. If you do have any more stories, write us in. Let us know because we're gonna be talking about like
Yes.
birthing stories, mom,
If I changed my mind on anything so far,
which is okay. You can change your mind.
You are allowed.
Yeah, you are the mother. You can do as you want,
I am a mother now. Thank
including
you.
her middle name.
Period. Thank you for watching. number 6, right? What number
Yeah.
6? Number 6.
And thank you, Alibi, for our drinks this morning.
Yes, shout out to the
Sweet.
alibi. Maybe I'll try something one day.
Brayna, please try to make
Please
something
help
for
our
this one.
Please help our child out here. Please. All right. I think that's it.
Bye.